important concept is jihad. So a lot of people ask me that if you call yourself a peaceful religion, what is all this about jihad? And then they say Allahu Akbar before killing someone, or so that again is something bad rep that the terrorists gave to Islam. Or ask any Muslim and they would also tell you that those terrorists are not Muslims. In Islam, there is no such thing as go kill or something. So that again is a stereotype. Jihad does not mean holy war. Like I told you before, these two words are not anywhere in Quran. These two words are not together anywhere. There is no such thing as holy and war, okay? What does jihad actually mean? Jihad means to struggle or to strive. I often give this example to people that suppose I had been saving money to buy a pair of boots that I really love, like UGG boots or something. And I finally was able to buy that pair. And and it's winters and I'm coming home after buying that pair of boots. And then I see poor person, a poor homeless person who's walking barefoot or in torn shoes in such icy roads. And in my heart, I feel for that person, and I think that it's okay. I'm still earning. I can save money again, and I should give my boots to this person. So, but then there's that thing, but it took me such a long time to save. What if something happens, and what if my kids are in schools? I have to save for them also, and this and that, or school supply list is so long. How will I be able to save money for the boots? So that fight between doing a good deed and stopping myself from the bad deed and all that, when I say that, no, if I give these boots, my God will be happy with me, that struggle is jihad, okay? So I tell them that it's just like Lent. When you sacrifice eating chocolate or you say that I will not eat any beef or any chocolate or in the name of God. So what is that? That is jihad. That is struggle. That is controlling your impulses, controlling something that you really, really want in the name of God. Okay, so when people, our firemen, they go, or firefighters, when they go into burning buildings and to save people, or firefighters who volunteer in lookout towers to save land from wildfire, they live in isolation. They're volunteering, even though they're enjoying Montana beauty, but still it's isolation. That type of struggle is a jihad. Okay, so fighting against Satan or evil, stopping yourself from doing wrong, fighting against oppression, or I gave my own example. I had gotten so many threats while going to, and you guys at Humanities Montana and my hosts, they did tell me that don't come, you don't have to, because people might not like you here and all that. So I always thought of this slide or this definition that, no, I had decided that I will educate, and Humanities Montana is giving me this opportunity. So I will go. So that is like fighting oppression or educating someone or teaching, no matter what the hardships are. That is jihad. Okay. So again, it's not holy war. Jihad is not holy war. It is struggle or striving to do better in the name of God. Then what is Islam all about? This slide basically explains about Islam, and you will see now there are Muslims all around us, and Muslims are not just from Asia and Arab countries. There are a lot of Caucasian American Muslims also, a lot of African American Muslims also, because again, the predominant religion in Africa was Islam. Morocco is a majority Muslim country in Africa, and so you will you will see all these things happening. If you go to just you're flying and at an airport, you will see a lot of Muslims saying their prayers. If they are doing sajda or bowing like this, you would know, oh, that person is a Muslim. Okay, so the first thing is there are 5 pillars of Islam. The first one is Shahadah, or it says it's a declaration, and it basically says, I bear witness that there is only one God and no other God, and Muhammad, peace be upon him, is his messenger. So a Muslim, all you will notice, we do not take a prophet or the God's messenger's name just without saying a little prayer. We always say, peace be upon him, or Razila Ta'ala anhu, that may God be on his side or her side and be with them or something. So we do give them a little prayer, say a little prayer for them. The second pillar is Salah, or prayers. We Muslims say prayers 5 times a day. First prayer is early morning. These days it is at 4 o'clock in the morning. So it's around 1 hour, 1.5 hours before sunrise. And then the second one is at 1:30 these days. It's when the sun is slightly beyond the half point, and then at quarter, when the sun is at the quarter point. So at 5:30 p.m. these days, and then when sun has set already, and then when it is completely dark. So there are 5 prayers, and we don't sit and just pray like this. There are gestures that we have to do. What do we say in the prayers? We recite Quranic verses. Quran opens with a surah. It's called Surah Fatiha, or and it basically it has 7 verses in it, Surah Fatiha. And the first few verses are about the praises of God, and then the next few verses are about asking for forgiveness. So all verses and all Muslims, what they do, they first say the praises that, and then thank God, and then ask for forgiveness or ask for whatever prayer. So that is what our prayers basically are about. Mainly, we are asking for to God to save us from evil in the world, evil in the afterworld. Okay. Zakat is the third pillar. Zakat is where Muslim, and Zakat is kind of like charity, but not quite. Charity is separate. Zakat is a must for any Muslim who can afford to. If a Muslim is an earning person and they have enough, then they have to give. Like, it's not a must for the poor people. But if I'm earning and I have my assets and savings and all that, then out of my earnings, I will give 2.5% of whatever I make every year to the poor people. So it's not income tax and it's not charity. It is a must thing that I have to give out of my income. So that is zakat. Swam is fasting, or we have a whole month where we fast for the whole month. So fasting does not mean that I am just hungry and thirsty all day long. Well, it is kind of in Montana, because our fasting day is 20 or 21 hours long. But we wake up before sunrise. So again, around 3 o'clock, we eat and drink and whatever. And then we don't eat, drink, chewing gum, or smoke a cigarette or anything until sun sets. Okay, and then we eat, drink, breakfast, and we pray a lot during this whole month, during these 30 days. And then again, it's according to lunar calendar, according to moon shape. So whenever new moon starts, the month starts, and up to the next new moon. So it could be either 28 days or 30 or 31 days. Okay. And depends.
You were saying that shifts through the year, right?
Shift through the year. Yes, exactly. So we're
so
very happy when it falls in February or January, because shorter days, we don't have to fast for that long. But sorry, you were saying something.
Right now, it happened in June. Is
Yes,
that right?
exactly. Yes, those are long fasts. Last time also it was in June and May. So that was, people say that, don't you feel thirsty? Okay, hunger we understand, but don't you like intermittent fasting? A lot of people who are dieting or taking care of their health, and intermittent fasting is really in 12 to 16 hours, so they understand. But then they are drinking, they're able to drink juice or water, and Muslims don't drink either. So well, yeah, first few days, but only first 3 days. After that, your body gets used to it. What is the purpose? Are we being cruel to ourselves? Oh, Islam is such a cruel religion. No, there are those benefits. One, just like we have seen intermittent fasting, it is actually good for your body system to get a break. Everything goes back to a normal state. And then another thing, like not being able to drink or and still work, even though our younger kids, they still sit in the air conditioned rooms or air conditioned cars and play video games and watch movies all night. That is not how you should fast. You should be praying and still work, because there are so many poor Muslims who are working out in the hot sun, and but they cannot afford to eat. And if they go out to drink, the water is so far away. Like imagine someone in Africa, they don't have enough water. So to be able to have that empathy for those people, and to know and to be grateful to God that He has given us so many blessings, so that we don't start taking things for granted. So it works. Fasting or month of Ramadan actually is a detox, not just for the body. It is a detox for the soul and mind also. So it's an amazing feeling afterwards. And then we celebrate with that henna on the hands and bangles, like I'm wearing bangles today too. And we celebrate after that, after the 30 days. And then there is this Hajj. This is only, it's not, everything else is a must. Except for Zakat, like I said, not for poor people. But then Hajj is like now, right now, even I cannot afford to go for Hajj. One person, for just one person from America to go there, it'll cost $7,000 to $10,000. I have my 3 kids with me also. I cannot afford that. So it is only for the people, for the Muslims who can easily afford to go for Hajj. But since I cannot afford it, it doesn't mean that I won't do anything. Like I will fast for these 10 days. Right now, if we didn't have COVID, Mecca or Saudi Arabia has closed Hajj, canceled Hajj this time. But it's the 5th day, and if we didn't have COVID, Hajj would have been going on over there. And so Muslims all over the world who can't go, they either fast, or they increase, they up their prayers, or they do more good deeds. I'm grateful to Albertsons, and sometimes, a lot of times at Walmart, that give us those opportunities. I love Albertsons. You go for grocery shopping and you swipe your card or insert the card, and there comes that option that, would you care to give donation to food bank? And I always say yes, because that is my chance to. So in these 10 days, we do that more often. Okay, because here I don't know a lot of Muslims who are poor, and I can go and help them. So Albertsons and Walmart is doing, does charity for a children's hospital sometimes and all that. So it just becomes easier for us to. And then there are other organizations like it's, what is it, Islamic, I don't know, I'll say the wrong name. I'm very bad about remembering names, but there are other organizations that collect money and to help with wars or floods or droughts. and stuff like that. So what is hijab? Hijab is not just a piece of fabric. I usually, when I go to school or to teach to classes, I don't wear this, and this is not hijab at all. This is just a scarf from my culture. This is how I cover my hair. So again, just like the turban thing, hijab or not hijab, scarf covering our hair is different from country to country among Muslims. And it depends on the amount of heat, the respect for elders. I would wear what I'm wearing now is out of respect for my elders. If there are elders or there are some other people that, like you guys, out of respect, that today I'm wearing this. But just let me show you this real quick. This is what they wear towards the border of Afghanistan. So Pakistan is bordered by Afghanistan, Iran, China, India, and then Arabian Sea. So it's sandwiched between all these countries. So we have a mixture of all these cultures there. Afghanistan is our next door neighbor. And then it's because of the heat, to protect themselves from heat. And then also women are given a lot of respect in all these countries. And their parents kind of want to keep them safe and protected from evil eye or from getting jinxed or from whatever, and before, till they are married. And then it's up to their husband how they want to introduce their wife to the community or society. So until then, women do cover themselves. And then in Islam, this is how the Quran does say that decent women should cover their hair and their important body parts. So that is what they do. There are some cultures who don't wear a scarf or hijab at all. In Pakistan, you will see such women, this type of a scarf that I'm wearing now, or hijab. And then again, what does hijab actually mean? So if I'm not wearing a scarf and covering my hair, it does not mean that I'm not a good Muslim. Hijab actually does not mean a piece of fabric. It means modesty. Modesty in your eyes, in your heart. So when I'm talking to someone, I won't be staring them in their eye. Well, now I will be, because I've been teaching for such a long time in America. But my kids get so confused. Their teachers in school say, keep your eyes up, look up. Why are you looking down? And at home, I tell them, look down, don't look me in the eye, and you're disrespectful and all that. So that is out of respect. Hijab means modesty. And it is for both men and women, not just women. Okay, one big concept that you will see a lot of times, Muslims, they talk about, no, this is haram. Or this is halal. Halal, H-A-L-A-L. Halal means permissible. Haram, H-A-R-A-M. Haram means non-permissible. Haram is, pork is haram, a dead animal. So a Muslim cannot eat a roadkill. They cannot eat pork or anything from pig. Even gelatin, pork gelatin, they cannot eat that. They are not allowed to drink. There are Muslims who do get drunk and who do drink, but well, I'm telling you about what Muslims should not do. So a Muslim is not allowed to drink. Now, again, people say, hey, this is a very strict religion. Again, no, actually, if you look at it, do a little more research, you will see whatever is in Quran or whatever is told to Muslims, asked for Muslims to do, has a very scientific reason behind it. Now, pork, bacon has more chances of giving you a heart attack than beef or cow, and beef or chicken or fish. So why long research? I will not go into that. I talk about that in my conversations, but just a little bit, and then you can go and read upon that. Pigs have a very fast metabolism. What is metabolism? It's the body's way of breaking down food or whatever the body takes into little pieces, so the toxins are separated, or things are separated and sent to either colon or to kidneys. Pigs, one, they love laying around in mud and all, and they eat anything and everything, and then their metabolism is really quick. So they chew, they eat, it quickly metabolizes it or breaks it down and excretes out of the body or gets absorbed in the body. Whereas a cow, you see, it regurgitates. It eats and then it regurgitates. It takes 48 hours for cow, goats, lambs, sheep to metabolize their food. So the toxins are really taken out of their food, whatever they eat. So that way, there are more toxins in pig's meat than other animals' meat. Okay, then drinking alcohol. Alcohol affects, it's you get sedated. It affects your thinking, cognition, and decision making and all that. So that is why it is not permissible to get drunk. So these are the two main things that you will see Muslims don't. And then there is one more thing. Some Muslims differ in that or the Pakistani Muslims or Muslims from our culture, I cannot go and buy meat, chicken or beef or anything from Walmart, and if it does not say halal on it. Now, why not? Even though we can eat the same meat because it's the country of Christians, people of the book, and Quran does say, yes, eat with people of the book. And yeah, right, I agree. But then I'm that finicky type of a Muslim who starts thinking, how was this animal slaughtered? So halal meat, again, is done or slaughtered in a halal way. And the halal way is where it's the humane way, where the animal is slaughtered or cut in, first they say name of Allah, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. They thank the animal, they thank God for the animal. They quickly slaughter the animal so the animal does not feel any pain. The animal is not caged or anything before that. And then the animal is hung for as long as all the blood is drained out of the body. So when the animal is slaughtered by a machine or really quickly, blood remains or stays in the body, and then there is a chance of E. coli or other bacterial diseases or something. Then another concept is Islamic Sharia. There came a wave of, oh, Muslims are trying to take over in California. Muslims are trying to take over and they are changing American law to Islamic Sharia. No, that is not possible. Because Islamic law cannot, well, if you really read the history, a lot of law everywhere is already similar to Islamic law, but Islamic law will not fit in here, okay? For example, just one example, and then we'll go to the next. For example, a Muslim is not allowed, again, it is haram for a Muslim to gamble. Why? Because it's a game of chance. And when by chance, if you get a jackpot, or that is why I cannot participate in the Monopoly game at Albertsons ever. And I had to explain that to my kids also. A Muslim can only get the money that he or she has earned. If we have not worked for it, that is not our money. So the interest that we get, that is haram. The interest that the bank gives us, that is haram. So, but then it is not possible because it's American law, it's not Islamic Sharia. So all the banks, I'm banking with an American bank and there is interest. So what I do is I look at what was the yearly amount of the interest, and then I take that interest out and I give that out to charity. That does not go into my, I do not spend it. It wasn't my money. That type of a thing. Okay, so there are several such laws in Islamic Sharia that are not possible here. Last slide here is about oppression. So yeah, Muslims do, they wearing hijab or something does not interfere with being a Muslim. That is about it. That is all that I wanted to show you or talk about. Do you have any question or anything?